Alright everyone, hello. This is my second video here that I'm going to be doing today. A little bit of a Season 4 preview because it was just recently announced that there is going to be some changes to the 1v1 ladder map pool. So for those of you unfamiliar with the tournament scene, this might be a huge change for you guys on ladder. If you're more familiar with the tournament scene, obviously this change will make a lot of sense to you. So we're just going to be looking briefly at the not really brand new maps, but just noting on the features. We're going to look at the map pool briefly. And then that's really going to be it for this video. Now, I am doing this video live and then porting it over to YouTube. So once again, for my YouTube subscribers and people who view my YouTube, please, please, please let me know how the video looks to you. Because I want to know if the quality is good enough. I've been tinkering around with it a lot. So I want to set up those live casting shows via my stream that are then archived to YouTube. So if I can at all do that, because I think it'd be interesting to have set times when I'll be casting games so that people can tune in and watch them live, because I do all of my casting in one shot. I'm always practicing live casting rather than just redoing games over and over and over again until I've hit everything perfect, so that it just appears like I know what I'm doing. I'd rather actually know what I'm doing, and the only way to do that is to practice. So gotta cast every game like I've only got one shot to cast it like it's live. So anyways, go ahead and let me know about that stuff, guys. So anyways, going to get into this a little bit of a preview for Season 4. There was some changes. Now, I'm not going to really touch on 2v2. To be totally honest, I don't play a ton of team games. I do play team games, but I've never really focused on a ton of team strats other than, okay, let's rush, because if you rush, you win most of your team games, and quite easily have made 2s, 3s, and 4s masters doing that, so was pretty easy peasy, to be totally honest. So I don't really focus a lot on how the map changes really affect those. So you'd probably have to check somebody else out if you want to know about 2s, 3s, and 4s. But we are going to talk a little bit about 1v1 because there are some pretty big changes to the way they're doing the map pool here for Season 4. So I'm going to bring up just a map preferences list because that will give us a view here of the maps that we're going to have here. Now, first off, Xel'Naga Caverns obviously back. Everybody who's played Ladder, seen a tournament, should be familiar with this map. There is no changes to this map. Now, I do have some downvotes up there, but that just is in relation to the fact that when I do 1v1s, I do main Zerg, so I was just kind of picking and choosing which maps I don't feel like playing on. Give myself the best chance to win, but ignore the downvotes because obviously all these maps will be in the pool. So we do have the return of Xel'Naga Caverns. No changes to Xel'Naga Caverns, so they'll have those 2 gold expansions in the middle. Everything pretty just normal Xel'Naga Caverns like you've seen on Ladder forever and in tournaments forever. Abyssal Caverns is still going to be in the map pool. Not really a huge surprise there. It's one of their new maps. There's been a lot of debate as to whether or not these maps are good, that being Abyssal and then of course Nerizim, but it's still going to be there. But you do have 3 downvotes, so you can easily downvote these 2 maps if you don't want to play on them. Tiga Shipyard, have been seeing this a lot in a lot of different tournaments. A lot of people have seemed to like this map. Do have no changes for this map as far as the new ladder season goes. Just going to be straight up Antigua Shipyard. So if you played it last season, it's going to be the same map as you played on last season. Of course, tournaments pretty much play it on the standard map settings as well. Haven't really seen them forcing any particular positions or anything. So going to be straight up Antigua Shipyard. Now, one of the biggest changes is going to be Metalopolis has returned for the 1v1 Season 4 ladder map pool, with one huge exception is that they have disabled close spawning positions. So this is going to be very much like MLG or GSL Metalopolis, where you cannot have those close spawning positions. So that'd be the spawning positions. If you follow my mouse for a second here, that would be like this position over here and this position up here, or these 2 bottom positions. So that will not actually be possible anymore. So you're going to actually have close air or cross positions on Metalopolis at all times. Now this might affect downvotes for Protoss and Terran players, since statistically speaking, according to Blizzard, Zerg was doing better in those spawning positions than the other 2 races. So this may become a downvote for Terran and Protoss players. We'll have to wait and see though, but I think a lot of people really like Metalopolis. Got a lot of easy expansions on it, so I'm glad to see it make it back into the map pool, and glad to see that their lack of having 3 positions and instead of really only having 2 positions you can spawn in relation to each other didn't prevent them from bringing it back into the map pool. Of course, Nerizim Crypt's still going to be in the map pool, another one of those maps that really just not enough people have played on it yet to really decide if it's going to actually be a good map or not. Obviously, a lot of these new maps with the Nerizim Crypts and Abyssal Caverns especially catching a little bit of flack, and of course Syrian Crater caught a ton of flack, but if you notice in this list, Syrian Crater has been completely removed, so no more Syrian Crater. Moment of silence for Siren Crater. Alright, that's enough. It wasn't a very good map. So, anyways, moving on, we do have Shakira's Plateau still going to be in the game. This is going to be the exact same version of Shakira's Plateau as before. Tal Dareem Altar LE as well going to be in the map pool. Still the same version as you did see in Season 3. No changes to Tal Dareem at all, but of course it is a very big map. And then the last but not least, the Shatter Temple will still be in the map pool with a twist though, as they have disabled close by ground spawn positions on Shatter Temple as well. So we're going to have the MLG style of Shatter Temple here as well, where you can only have those cross position spawns, or you can have the close air position spawns. There will be no close ground position spawning on Shatter Temple anymore. So really the two biggest changes to the map pool is the return of Shatter Temple and Metalopolis with disabled close ground spawning positions. So those are the big changes, and of course 3 of the maps, Searing Crater being one of them, and then Typhoon Peaks. And I'm trying to remember the last map that they actually did take out for this change around. It might just be those 2. But yeah, Searing Crater, Typhoon Peaks out, Metalopolis back in to the map pool, and then of course the disabling of the close spawn positions on Shatter Temple and Metalopolis. So that's going to be it for this Season 4 1v1 preview, guys. Should be very interesting to see how Season 4 goes. Quite possibly, I'd say Season 4, Season 5, somewhere in there will probably be the last 2 seasons. Maybe we'll get into Season 6 before Heart of the Swarm. But we'll have to wait and see. Have been some great developments in Heart of the Swarm. Really looks like the game's metagame going to probably change quite a bit come Heart of the Swarm. They did say they're going to be rebalancing everything, though. But Wings of Liberty here should remain fairly the same. So should be a very interesting Season 4. I'm going to be very interested to see how this tournament style that Blizzard is using ends up panning out for Blizzard. But for now, guys, this is going to be Nursky. Peace easy for now. I will see you guys at my next broadcast.